The first topic I really want to talk about is the completely unfair standards that are being placed on Caitlin Clark, who, by all accounts, I rewatched this game. She was good. Like, she was good. It's as simple as that. She was good. Not great. We're not calling Caitlin Clark great today. She was good. Like, if you watched this game and you didn't know who Caitlin Clark was, you would come out with the conclusion that she's a really good player. Maybe not Olivia Miles or Kelsey Mitchell good, obviously, or even Courtney Williams, but she kind of did a bit of everything. Especially early on in this game, like what she was creating was so much. You can see here, like, they are insane buckets. Like, some of the stuff she was doing in this game, you're like, okay, she is isoing really good defenders and hitting mid-range shots. It was a game where I'm like, I watched back the full game as well. It's a pity she missed those two big shots. It is a pity down the stretch. If she hits one of those two shots, we're looking at this game so differently. But, like, I felt like Caitlin Clark had a good floor game. Like, I saw a viral tweet being like, Caitlin Clark went 0 for 3 and had 3 turnovers in the clutch. No, she didn't. She went 0 for 2 in the clutch and had 1 turnover. And that 1 turnover was when they were down by 8 points. Like, I don't really understand what people were saying. Like, you could see in this game, she was doing a good job getting them back in. I thought she did a really good job here in general. She was getting to the basket. She shot well from mid. Didn't have the greatest game from 3, but, like, again, 2 of 9 is a game that happens. Like, let's be real. 2 of 9 are, like, are things that happen. But, like, she had by MVP standards, cool, but everyone's being like, oh, why can she only play against bad teams? No, I'm not boosting a Twitter post. I said this as well. Her and Paige Bueckers, she scores more against bad teams and more against good teams than Paige. Paige is the exact same as Caitlin Clark, as in they are within 0.3 points of each other and 0.7 points of each other against good and bad teams. Angel Wilson has almost the same difference. Like, Angel Wilson won an MVP. And Paige Bueckers currently has 6 points at halftime against Connecticut Sun, against a bad team. Caitlin Clark had what did she have? No, it was halftime, yes, last game she had 18. But, like, at the end of the day, every player does this. The only player that seems to be able to keep up their scoring is Kelsey Mitchell. And I got to give credit where credit's due. Like, Kelsey Mitchell is very clearly, like, the best isolation scorer in this league. She is a better shot creator. She's faster than Caitlin. And no matter who you're coming up against, if you have the speed advantage, you're going to be okay. As well as that, there is not one team in this league that focuses on Kelsey Mitchell. Like, you have to take that into account. There is not one team in this league that focuses on stopping Kelsey Mitchell. And teams full court pressing Caitlin, it allows Kelsey Mitchell to do what she does. That being said, that's not saying that, oh, the player who takes more attention is automatically a better player, but I do think it's Caitlin Clark. That being said, like, Kelsey Mitchell is a gunner, but there's no real impact on the totality of a game from Kelsey Mitchell. That being said, I did get killed today without her. She was the best player on the Fever today. And you are allowed to have certain roles. There's certain things the players do. There's certain things players don't do. And Kelsey Mitchell is left in ISO every time. She is left in these one-on-one situations. They don't really tend to double, because if you are at E-Fever, and I'm not joking, like, I've said this plenty of times, if you can get Caitlin Clark out of rhythm, you can win a game. Kelsey Mitchell is Kelsey Mitchell. She does what she does. Kelsey Mitchell can have 4 points going into the fourth quarter and end the game with 28. Caitlin's not as explosive a scorer as Kelsey Mitchell. Caitlin relies on rhythm. Caitlin is a playmaker at heart. Albeit some of her plays are scoring. But what she's trying to do is she's trying to dominate all aspects of the game on the offensive end. She's trying to dominate an offense. She's trying to get her teammates touch. She's trying to do everything. And if you allow Caitlin to do that, you lose. Like, it is as simple as that. If you allow Caitlin, every team realizes this. If you let Caitlin play her game, you lose. There's no, oh, maybe this happens, maybe this happens. No, you lose. You can be the Lynx. You can be the 2023 pre-injury Chelsea Gray Aces with Candace Parker, with a starting five of Candace Parker, Prime Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, and Angel Wilson. You can be that team. Doesn't matter. If you let Caitlin Clark play her game, again, for the Indiana Fever, you lose. Like, Caitlin slowed down the second half, I felt. Even though she still scored the same amount of points and she had more assists, I didn't feel like she was impacting the totality of the game the same way. It just didn't feel like it. And look, her mid-range game's better. Her handle's better. 0 turnovers from ball handling despite being hacked full court. And for me, this was like a... Look, if this game right here happened... I'm just trying to think. A 19-10 on just under 50% shooting. With, again, I'm not going to pretend she was good on defense today. But, like, let's just say, hypothetically, if another all-star, like, let's say Skylar Diggins, had this type of a game, we'd be hearing people being like, Skylar Diggins is better than Caitlin Clark. Look at this true point guard. And by the way, Caitlin threw the ball away at the end of the game. When they were down 8 with like 20 seconds to go, trying to force something. Suddenly, 3-1 assisted turnover ratio, 19 points. This is a true point guard. Like, if that line came with somebody else, it doesn't matter. You're saying Caitlin, like, obviously people are saying Caitlin is sick, but like, look, she plays through a lot of migraines. She's had some of her best games through migraines. Like, that's not the end of the world. And like, I think we have to try to not be biased in this scenario, or not like be overly biased. Like, there's always going to be a bit of bias. I think when it comes to sports and talking about sports, there is bias in how you look at the game. Like, let's be very clear, there's bias in how you look at the game, there's bias in how you evaluate the game. Because, I'm sorry, spreadsheets, in a league of this few games, spreadsheets don't matter. Like, the spreadsheet doesn't matter in a one-off game. And that's the thing where it's like, when you have 82 games, yeah, cool, go with your spreadsheets. When you have one-off games, and the WNBA has enough bad teams, and the way the playoffs is best of 3 in round 1, that there's only a certain amount of games that really matter. Like, over the course of one-off games, over the course of a best of 3 series, heck, even though in a best of 5 series, not in a best of 7. In a best of 7, the spreadsheets are pretty good. But in a best of 3 series, you throw the spreadsheets out the window. That's why the Fever won last year. They just choked and made big plays, and Smesko's team didn't. But look, if you're Indiana, you come out, you have a bit of a rest before the Vegas game in Vegas. If you pull that one off, like, you have cemented yourself as like, no, you are the second best team in the league. If the Fever pull that one off, like, Caitlin was on a minutes restriction and didn't play well, and they won last time. It's one of those things where it's like, I think if the Fever can pull that off, they're the second best. And it's weird because, like, Caitlin Clark had what I feel like was by her standards, bad game. By anyone else's standards, a great game. Like, this is 19-10. Olivia Miles has had that stat line once. That being said, she was super, but still, she's had it once. I think, like, let's calm down. Like, this was a game where, if this is the Caitlin Clark stinker worst game ever, in a game where she was a massive net positive on the offensive end, was not the worst defender on the team. And again, that was Lexi Hull. That was not even Kelsey Mitchell. And doing this, I think if you're the Fever, you're happy out. You are happy out with what you're going to be seeing from Caitlin Clark this year. I think you're happy out.